Well, hello there, my fellow Doombot, and welcome to my breakdown of the Daredevil Born Again finale. And let me tell you, today we're going to be talking about the top 5 moments that made me scream, because this show finale was great. I thought that the show was fantastic. I think it was greater than most TV shows, most comic book shows I've seen. I thought it was better than Agatha All Along. I thought it was better than Penguin show that I watched last year. And yeah, I really enjoyed this show. And now I want to talk about the top 5 moments in the finale that just made me scream at the top of my lungs. Number 5 is Wilson Fisk wanting to eliminate Matt Murdock just after he literally jumped in front of a bullet for the guy. And yeah, I don't think that this is something that he should have done. And I don't know if he did it on purpose, but for sure, this is not good. After Matt Murdock saves Kingpin's life by jumping in front of Bullseye's bullet that was meant for Vanessa's boy toy, Matt wakes up in the hospital. And it's pretty funny that the first thing he says is Karen. Yeah, that basically just was the final drop in the bucket that made him break up with his psychiatrist girlfriend right there. Kingpin sends Buck, his right-hand man, to go to the hospital and make sure that Matt Murdock succumbs to his wounds. And that is so damn evil, because he literally just took a bullet for you. Kingpin in the show is just so ruthless. I just cannot fault the dude. He is just pure selfish evil. My number 4 WTF moment was Frank Castle, the Punisher, showing up at Matt Murdock's apartment. And I just love the fact that Punisher calls Matt Nightgown Man because he's walking around with his bare cheeks. I just thought it was really funny. Anyway, the corrupt task force shows up and all of these wannabe Punisher cops. Then the brutality of this episode was so crazy. I just loved it. Especially the way they introduce Frank Castle in this fight by him just blowing the back of one of these cops' heads out with a freaking shotgun. It was just so great. It was brutal. It was bloody. It was everything I wanted to see in a Daredevil and Punisher team up. It was also really funny that Daredevil kept on telling Frank Castle, no, don't kill him. And Frank Castle just didn't give a fuck. He was just ending these dudes. No mercy. This was not Punisher light. This was beautiful violence. At the end, they even find out who it was that killed Hector Ayala by the casing of his bullet. Matt Murdock almost kills the dude, and Punisher's even goading him into doing it. And he is even making a point like, well, you think that this dude deserves it? And then he just shoots another one of these cops. But before they can even make the real decision, somebody throws a grenade. I don't know who threw a grenade. You don't see who does it, or maybe I missed it. But we don't really get the payoff. But damn, that fight scene was so amazing. And I cannot wait for the R-rated Punisher special that will be coming out next year. So this ugly motherfucker right here is the one responsible for killing White Tiger, I guess. So after Daredevil and Frank Castle split up, there's also the scene where Frank Castle, the Punisher, goes out to confront the task force on his own. I think he goes to Red Hook, and at first he starts killing a bunch of them, but in the end he still gets captured by the task force because there's like hundreds of them, I think, and they have him like locked to a chair. And then Connor Powell's, who is, I think, the leader of the task force, is trying to enlist Frank Castle to join the squad. And he's basically like singing his praises and saying that the squad is idolizing him. But of course, Frank Castle tells the task force to fuck off. And he just says that they're a bunch of clowns, they're nothing like him. And in response, of course, the corrupt cops just bust up Frank Castle's face and break his nose for the 50th time, I guess. Oh, but let me tell you another really crazy moment. Where's the part where Gallo gets confronted by Kingpin? And this moment, you think that Frank Castle got a bad beatdown? No way. It was nothing close to what Wilson Fisk did to your boy Gallo. And it was so brutal. It was so brutal. He knocked this dude down in front of all of these corrupt cops, and he started crushing his skull in the style of the mountain of Game of Thrones. It was crazy. His ears started to bleed and all that great stuff. It was so gnarly. I almost... Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. I almost freaking puked in my mask. This shit was so gnarly. I don't even know if I can show this stuff. Ah, jeez. What the fuck, man? Damn! Oh man, this dude is nasty. Oh, Kingpin is so nasty for this. I had such a visceral reaction. Oh man, it just made me feel gross. I almost puked in my mask, man. Oh, gross. Jesus. Oh, I cannot. Oh, oh shit. It really. Oh my god. Fuck me. It just gave me the hiccups. Oh, this show is another level. The people responsible for making this, you just made some peak television, but damn, you about to give me some nightmares, dude. That was some real nightmare fuel. Oh, I'm sorry for that. For the people wearing headphones. But that was just a gross scene, and it was just amazing because it really showed the violence of, look at him with his napkin, of Kingpin and how he just steps on people. It was just so great, and they're all looking at him. Nobody's doing shit. It was crazy. Another great moment was the scene where Queenpin and Kingpin are eating dinner, and it was just amazing. You already saw before, that Vanessa is the real Queenpin of both of them. Oh, I'm right in front of Kingpin. That Vanessa is doing a lot more than you think she's doing, because Vanessa is also responsible for, of course, hiring Bullseye. That's what you find out in the beginning of the episode. She killed Adam, and now at the end of the day, she's just really happy to see that Kingpin is back to his evil ways, and them just walking down Red Hook, and you see all of the prisoners. They got the swordsman, they got a bunch of council members, they even freaking got Punisher in there. But not for long. Of course, you got the post-credit scene. That visual of them walking down and then having dinner in that specific location of Red Hook, it was just crazy, man. Oh, she also murked Adam. That was so sad what they did to Adam. That was crazy. So basically why Foggy Nelson was killed was because Foggy Nelson found out that Red Hook is actually not a part of New York City, but it's a free port, so that it's loose from all of the taxes and all of that stuff, so that Wilson Fisk can use it when he's mayor to launder a whole bunch of money and have illegal operations without anybody being able to touch him. That's a weird loophole, but that's the reason why. So the ending is basically Matt Murdock talking about his gift that he got. He is in Josie's bar, and then you see all of the people that are still opposing Wilson Fisk. And I love that one scene, I don't know if I can get a picture of it, of Matt Murdock just standing behind the glass of Josie's bar, and there's a bunch of newspaper clippings of what happened during the show, and then you see him and the red light goes on him. I think it was just a really great cinematic moment, and I think that this show was just really well done, was beautifully done. I thought it was great. Also, we cannot forget the final moment where Punisher just fucking charismas a dude like in Fallout style to give him the keys, and the way he breaks his dude's arm. Oh man, that's crazy, man. Frank Castle, peak television. It made me scream on a weekly basis because of the gore, the violence, the payoffs we were getting, and it was a really thrilling ride for me. And once again, I'm super happy that this is the norm for superhero television at this moment in time, that the media has come so far. It was just great. But that was it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, Doombot out, and have yourself a happy Doomsday. If you want to see more videos where I talk about Daredevil Born Again, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I have a whole bunch of other videos planned, and I'll be uploading on a weekly basis. Ciao guys.